Hey everyone, welcome back to another Tech Tuesdays. This episode we're going to be continuing our discussion with musical functions. This side, sound obviously we did this side, so let's get into it. Stop. Next time, one of these days we're going to make things more smooth. But anyway, so first thing we're going to do is that we're going to go under time. There's going to be length, stretch, distribute, and all this stuff. So length just makes the notes long. So say you want for the notes to be really long, we're just going to add half, I guess. We're going to see what that does. And you see it'll make everything twice as long because that's what I selected. Kind of has the same effect as a sustain pedal. So we're just going to go up here and undo this. If you all are going to learn anything from this, it's how to undo. Alright, then we've got stretch, which basically does the same thing. We're going to do double tempo. No, that's free. We're just going to do double tempo. And it's going to stretch it to double the tempo. So if it's 90, that means it's going to turn to 180. Something interesting, the pitch bends didn't move. You see, these like lines on the track, those are the pitch bends, and it didn't move the pitch bends with the notes. It only edits the notes. So that's something important to remember if you want to use that. So if you're using pitch bends, you may have to redo your pitch bends or something like that. Alright, distribute notes basically just changes where the notes are located, so it distributes them so that they're all, like, I guess, uniform. Instantly, it feels like it just changed it. I think it changed it to like 3/4. That's interesting. I don't know why. I wonder why. But yeah, so that's distribute notes. It literally just distributes the notes into I guess more uniform sections. We've got split at grid, which splits each thing at the grid. So that's really helpful if you want to have like some super complicated melody and you want to quantize it really short so that you can move everything up and down how you want to move it. You can do that. And then you can do like some really cool double time stuff with that as well. I almost kind of want to keep it like this just because that's kind of cool. See, it almost has kind of like a power chord effect to it. So that's split at grid. So basically just literally splits at grid. Merge events, it merges everything into big long notes. So we're gonna mute it because that's gonna sound terrible. So basically what it did, if you it's kind of confusing, that it took everything and it merged it all into one. Most of the chords in the melody that I played are share the extremely similar notes, so it merged all the notes together. And since they're all similar notes, it basically just changed the bass since the other notes are the same. So that's what merge events is. Next we have mute events, which is basically, it's like mute, but it only mutes the notes instead of the full track. So if you have like, most of this stuff is better for like sections instead of doing it for a full song. But if you have like a section, like if you were to cut this and select mute events, then it would mute that part in case you had like another part you wanted to play or something like that. So that's what mute events does. Next is unmute events. Self-explanatory, unmutes the events, and toggle mute is basically interchangeable for these two. So if for some reason you don't want to press mute events and unmute events, you can just toggle mute. Seems kind of redundant to me, but you know. Alright, so extend the part in. We're in the process now. We're almost done. Extend the part in just extends everything to the part end. So it's basically the same as the other. Same as the stretch and length and all that, but it just only extends to the part end. So repeat notes to part end, I'm not exactly sure how that one works. I believe if I was to like select that, then it would. I'm not exactly sure how, because it doesn't do anything from when I do it. I believe that it basically just repeats the notes, so say I made an empty part and it would copy the notes, but seeing as I have so much here, it was not going to do it. Alright, next is mirror notes. That just literally mirrors all the notes. We're just going to say mirror on first note. So that's going to change everything to the mirror image of itself. So it's going to sound basically backwards. So it basically just does it backwards. So it's whatever, if you play a descending thing, it's going to go up. If you play something going up, it's going to go down. Randomized notes, it literally just randomizes the notes. We're going to do, this is the range, use original pitch range. We're just going to see what happens with that. You see it's going to randomize the notes, basically. But it's going to keep the beats that you use. So if you wanted to like make like a super weird melody, but you have like a really cool beat in mind, you can do randomized notes, and it'll randomize the notes in the beats that you make. So that's randomized notes. Next, almost done. Thin out notes, that basically thins out the notes and deletes notes that you don't want to say. You want to simplify it 57%. See, it gets rid of everything that's that's interesting. It just got rid of an entire section. Oh, because so basically, it just simplifies what you were playing on, according to how much you want it to simplify. So, or you can delete notes randomly, and it'll just randomly delete whatever it feels like it doesn't like. So that's thin out notes. And finally, at the end, we have fill with notes, which does the opposite, basically. So we can fill the whole part, include this stuff, custom pitch range, use pitch range of existing notes, apply a scale. And as you can see, we made basically a random melody, or rather the computer made a random melody. You see it's all highlighted here. As you guys can see, it can be used to create some true art, like literally some of the best music you'll ever hear was that right there. I don't know if anyone can beat that. I'm just saying. So fill with notes is how you create some of the most beautiful melodies of all time. You can make it more specific, obviously. There's a lot in here. We almost need to do tutorials on each of these sections on their own because there's so much in here. But I'm going to keep this short, so that's all I'm going to do for today. That's also, interestingly enough, ooh, what did I do this time? I'm sorry. Yeah. You can almost use that right here. I don't know, that's kind of interesting. You can create some interesting ideas if you are like absolutely, oh my gosh, if you're absolutely like you have no ideas. It's actually pretty good for that. I think I've used it before, but don't tell me. Oh gosh, so it's actually how I did, like I said last time, I did a previous recording and I did a random thing and it came up with this. And I thought it was really pretty, so I moved it to a different track and kept it and just saved it. It's probably the only reason I wish I had kept that version, but it was really long and confusing. So that's pretty much it for this episode. I guess I'll let you guys hear what I was just talking about. So that's pretty much it for this episode. If you guys have any questions, ask me in the description. Sorry about that. And I guess that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Let this play out. This is the part I said was using the randomizer. Yeah, it's kind of boring, but you know. Alright, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.